Hello everyone, welcome back to another unboxing and demo video. Today's video is obviously on Kiwi, I'm sorry, I mean Little Daisy and the Maestro, but as I like to just call it, the Puppet Master, or Kiwi, either one really. I'm very happy to finally own this prop. I've been wanting him and was pretty much planning on getting him ever since the original sneak peek for him came out. He's such a unique piece with such cool and interesting animation, and I just absolutely love him. We're going to try to get through the terrible quality of my camera and lighting in the room. It was nighttime at the time I took this. Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention massive price tag, but we're going to go ahead and unbox this guy, so let's see what he has to offer. Opening up the box, and let's do this. Alright, so first things first, I wanted to go ahead and apologize for my monstrously stupid couch with the tongue monster looking thing, and for my cats, which will be in this video a lot because they don't respect boundaries, but I love them, so yeah. Second of all, let's go ahead and take a look at what you see when you open up the box. You're greeted with a lot of the pieces and parts, and right away you can tell that this is going to be a complicated thing to set up, which it absolutely was. I did not enjoy setting this guy up. Yeah, there's the head of the little girl. Very cool. As much as I do absolutely love this guy, he was a pain to set up, and I would not want to do it again, which is why I have no plans of disassembling him in the future at all. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of cutting out pieces of the base and whatnot, and just kind of, getting everything out of the box, getting everything arranged and put off to the side so that we can go ahead and start building. There we go, petting my cat. Yeah, there we go. So everything's pretty much out of the way. Get the base down there. Then you gotta open up this own separate box that has all the poles in it. And then you gotta stack 3 of them up on top of each other. I feel like I did it wrong. I think I needed to take those 2 down because they wouldn't fit up at the top. So, yeah, there we go. Gotta take them down and replace them with different poles. Very strange. I've never had to do that before. The poles usually don't matter. Yeah, so then we have to go ahead and put on the shoulder support piece, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Go ahead and do that. And I had to look at the instructions a few times because I wasn't 1000% sure on what I was supposed to be doing. I did figure it out pretty much, but I wanted to make sure I was doing everything right so that I wouldn't have to go all the way back and repeat a step. If you guys have ever watched any of my unboxing videos before, then you probably know that I just kind of try to do it myself, and then I'm usually wrong and make a few bad guesses. So I have to go back and restart everything. I wanted to just make sure I didn't have to do that this time. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm just kind of getting the arms threaded through the sleeves of the overcoat thing, or whatever it's called, and then you gotta attach them to the shoulder support, and do the same thing on the other arm. Although I'm not sure what happened, because the first arm that I did actually ended up coming back out of the sleeve. I don't know how, but it did, so I need to fix that later. But I think I cut it out of the video because I didn't want to show my mistakes. Because I'm very self-conscious. Please don't make fun of me in the comments. Yeah, so anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and put the blister shoulder piece on, which actually had to be screwed in, and if you guys know me at all, you know I absolutely despise screwing in pieces on props because it is, it's hard work that I don't feel like I should be doing, regardless of, I mean, I've been, like, screwing in walls and pieces all day at my own haunt. I feel like I don't want to come home to a cool prop and start screwing in that too, because it's not a super fun thing to do. Yeah, so as you guys can see, just checking out the instructions to make sure I'm doing it right. You actually have to screw in the head as well, but I don't know, at least it's secure. I know it's secure, so I'm happy, and I'm happy that it's done now. But yeah, just gonna go ahead and screw the head in, so what you gotta do right there. And yeah, sorry I didn't get great angles of everything. My big self was kind of in the way. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm just kind of putting the control box, I think is what it's called, maybe, or just the, yeah, just the control box there. It kind of just hangs from a hook, but it's pretty secure, actually. I didn't think it would be, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out some of the wires there. Nothing really that important. And then, next up, you got to go ahead and put on the, like, chest piece? I want to say chest piece, but it's like, it's like his, you know, suit and tie looking you know what I'm trying to say, apparel? I don't know. You know what I mean. His suit and tie looking thing. You just put on the front of there, and then, yeah, you drape the rest of the costume over it. Here's where I'm realizing that the sleeve had gone out of the arm somehow, so I just put that back on. I cut it out of the video. Next up, you're going to go ahead and screw in these poles to the bottom, which I believe go to little Daisy, and then, yeah, attach that top one right there. And yeah, so you're going to go ahead and do that, and just looking at the instructions to make sure I'm doing it right, and then you put the top frame on, and hooray, hooray, you get to screw that in too, which, you know, I love doing. There's my cat come to visit me again. So yeah, I gotta screw that in real quick, which is not super difficult. Kind of confusing because I didn't know which side to do, but yeah, I figured it out. Yeah, and then you gotta put the head on. You also gotta screw that in, but I think I cut that out of the video just for, you know, efficiency purposes. And then you go ahead and put the dress on over it. Her dress was actually not super easy to put on once. That's what the instructions tell you to do. They tell you to put it on once, you know, you're done with everything else. Like, you're done with the poles and the assembly of the girl. I would highly suggest, if you get this prop, to go ahead and put the dress on before you put the poles in, before you put the shoulder support on, and before you put her head on, because it would make it so much easier to just pull it up instead of pushing it down like I'm doing and threading her arms through. It's just much easier if you could just pull it up. So, you know, if you get it, I highly suggest just go ahead and put the dress on first, and then worry about the poles and the shoulder support and the head and whatnot. And then you can pull it up when you're done with everything. Because this was not confusing, it was just difficult because her arms were kind of strange to try to thread through the sleeves. That wasn't even the worst part of the setup, though. I will get to that. That's near the end. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of trying to figure that out there. And there's a bit of a clump up in her dress, so I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from. I think a piece of it got snagged on the poles itself, so I just kind of gotta pull that out. And me trying to figure out what's going on until, yep, I got it. And now she's good. Alright, and lastly, which is the part that I was having a lot of trouble with because I couldn't figure out what they wanted me to do, which was basically just to thread the puppeteer strings or whatever through a zip tie, which went through her arm. It's really confusing the way that they word it and the way that they show it in the instructions. So I was I was very confused on what to do. My good friend Brady, who lives near me, kinda, and I guess he lives in a different state, but we go to the same spirits, so we've seen each other a couple times. He was telling me about this, actually, and I didn't realize how terrible it would be until I actually got it, but yeah, I absolutely hated this part of the assembly. Besides from that, it wasn't that terrible. It was kind of just standard. It reminded me a lot of Pennywise with all the screwing in of pieces and the same basic look and setup of everything. I think they're the same company, but I'm not sure. They have a lot of really similar features, so I'm guessing they're the same company, but I'm not positive. Yeah, so there, I finally figured it out. Got her hand up like that, and then of course you got to do the other one. At this point, I was not too upset about it though, because I had the hang of it and I had gotten it done already, so I knew what to do, and so I could just go ahead and do it quickly. And you know, it still wasn't super quick, but I got it done, so I'm not going to complain too much. This was really the only part of the setup I really didn't like, but you know, besides from that, it wasn't too bad. So that's pretty much the whole setup of Little Daisy and the Maestro, or just the Puppet Master for efficiency purposes. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's see what they do.
Look what I have here! A live puppet for this undead puppeteer. Come a little closer and you'll be joining in on the fun! She never eats, she never sleeps, she never speaks, but she knows how to haunt you. It seems I've trained her very, very well. Want to be a part of my act? I'll get you in my grips and you'll do whatever I say. Come on, it'll be fun. Want to be a part of my act? I'll get you in my grips and you'll do whatever I say. Come on, it'll be fun.
Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I wanted to go ahead and take this time actually before I go ahead and mention that I'm sorry this video wasn't amazing, especially with the lighting and the camera and whatnot. Like I mentioned, it was filmed at night, so some of the angles and the way that it's filmed might look a little funky because I don't have daylight, you know, to film in or whatever. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Halloween is in the air. Bye.
It came from outer space, and this is how the message ran.